basically on board with this for tourism, bringing it in, and actually making a trailhead out there, so, people from other counties coming in to be able to download and then go right from there. So, it's just a different form of sport, it's a different form of recreation, and it's something that we enjoy. It's kinda like getting on a bike and doing a rash ride, you know? That's great, that brings funds into the town and stuff. Tying up traffic, it ties up traffic, and ain't no question about it. And rag brag too, same thing, you know? But we don't feel we're ever gonna have anything like that. We don't plan on having anything like that. Our whole goal is to be able to get through town.
This ordinance was put in place over a year ago, guys, and we put Independence last on the list for a reason. We kinda knew it would be a tough one. And all I wanna say is, we're just trying to wrap this up. You know, the county ordinance has been in place for over a year, we've been riding the roads, all the other towns on board. We just come in front of you tonight, yes or no. Keep it simple.
I'm gonna speak a minute. I see good and bad about it. Main roads and stuff like I explained to you, it's like, the main roads I'm not too fond of. I'm gonna argue with the studies that you brought up, because if you are correctly operating an ATV, you're not gonna have a problem. The tires on them, yes, they're knobbier tires, yes, they're not meant for road conditions, but you also got the motorcycles, the dirt bikes that are typically not meant for road conditions, that have the same type of tires, but yet they're street legal, and you can drive 55 down the highway with them. Okay, so if we can drive 55 with those, would have two wheels, what's the difference with having four? Say, yes, if you turn really sharp on those, they are gonna slide easier, they are gonna be harder to turn if you're going fast. But at 35 miles an hour, that's not fast enough to cause that big of an issue. I know, because I've grown up with four-wheelers and three-wheelers when I was younger. I don't have one now and haven't ridden one for a few years, but I used to play around with them and on concrete and everything else on the farm, so I know if you turn fast on them, you'll tip them or you'll roll them. I've rolled a couple of them in my days, but it's because I was forcing around on them. If I did it correctly and the way you shouldn't have a problem with it. Same, but like I said, the tires on those and the tires on the street legal dirt bikes are the same. The same style to me. So I don't see an issue with the amount of turning or the 35 miles an hour. That's going to be a problem. To me, yes, you're going to have them coming through town if they come through, but you got motorcycles with a lot of exhaust. They're going to be coming through town as well. They're going to drive through town. I mean, if they're sitting out in front of somebody's house causing problems, they're going to the exhaust and stuff is going to sound differently, but it's not going to be any louder than what my motorcycle would be. And that came the way I bought it, so I didn't change it. I don't see a big issue with that, right? I mean, I do have concerns on some of the main roads to start with. Personally, I'd like to see them be able, if we can revamp the map a little bit to where they're, okay, let's give it a trial run for, let's say, 6 months. If we get legitimate complaints within those 6 months, no, let's not do it at all. But it have to be legitimate complaints, not just that they drove past in front of my house. But I don't think we'll have that big of an issue. We haven't had that much of an issue in the county. We've stopped a couple of them. We have found some without insurance on them, but we've never really had any other issues with them. So.
Dustin's on the law enforcement committee too, so.
So, like I said, and I see it firsthand out in the county. I've ran across a couple, and the ones that do what they're supposed to do, and if I turn my lights on and they stop and I check for the registration, the insurance and stuff, they need to have it with them. But you are going to get some of the few that don't have it, that don't care to follow those rules, but we get those with cars and motorcycles and everything else. The only difference with those and other vehicles is if they want to, hey, I'm going to jump this ditch and take off down the field, they can, but we get it with snowmobiles. So, I mean, but that's out in the county. You have more way of getting away in the county than you do in the city. In the city, you got to go through the yards and everything else, so. I see goods and bads of it, so.
So do we need to have a vote on this, or what are we,
If you're going to approve a
or
map,
do you want to talk?
Yeah.
it's gotta be done
Okay.
by resolution.
Well, let's everybody. Austin hasn't said anything.
This-
Denny, I know Denny will say something. So. then he ain't gonna say.
The same concerns that I'd mentioned to Lauren on the phone a couple of weeks ago when he called me are still the concerns that I have tonight, and that is that my goal has been for the last several years is to increase traffic calming, and by adding more traffic to the road. We're not talking about tons of traffic. I understand that. The fact that we're adding more traffic to the road is not something that's in line with my thought process. My goal has been to increase pedestrian and bicycle trafficking, all good health features for you. And you have control over, in a manner of speaking, control over 40 people. There are probably 3 times as many or more of the ATVs in the county of Buchanan than what your club has.
Yes, sir.
You don't have the input, you don't have the control over those folks, and not everybody that's gonna ride through town here is gonna be a problem. But, and I will step on my bicycle buddies and that sort of thing, because I can tell you that if you are running Rash Ride, you are asked to ride single file when you're on a road, a 2-lane road, and yet we have groups of folks who will be out there with their entourage stretching all the way across the road and blocking traffic as a result of that. And we're required to share the road, motor vehicles and bicycles. And we do have people who are, and more than likely, the folks that are doing that are probably not registered on the ride either. So we're gonna have bad groups or bad pennies in each one of the collections that we have of folks operating these vehicles. But again, adding the traffic, the goal of calming traffic, the goal of bicycling and pedestrian and walking and those kind of things is still on my mind as a reason not to go for this. So.
May I have a comment to that? Okay, if we're talking Rash Ride and these bikes are straddling across the road, what's being done about that?
You do whatever you can. If the police officer happens to drive by at the time, then they can do something with that. You mention it to them, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it's a hazard that comes with the group. But it's not a blemish necessarily on the entire group. And it's not to say that it's 2 to 3, 4, whatever, or one individual of the ATV group that's not member of your organization would ride out there and do something silly. And it may be only one person, but that's the one blemish that's gonna get identified and talked about. Not the other 60 rides that have gone through town, and everybody's been very good.
Yes, and I totally agree.
So.
And that's, you have.
But my point is we're adding something to the pile, if you will, and that's not what I wanna do. I'm not looking to do that.
You know, and I will tell you right now what kind of swung my thinking on this. I was playing golf a couple weeks ago out to River Ridge, and probably 30 or 40 guys on Harleys. And I'm not going to bash guys on Harleys. I wish I had one. But
I'll sell you one.
they came around the corner where we were playing, and I mean, it was noisy. I mean, a couple of them,